From this time forward, you will service us.
No king shall perish.
He tasks me. He tasks me, and I shall have him.
We will soon inform you of our decision regarding your vessel.
And greetings everybody, and welcome to another JeSter Reviews. And today we are going to be reviewing the Atlantis Temporal Destroyer. Now, this comes from the 14th anniversary bundle, but I didn't buy the bundle outright because I did own some of the ships in the bundle. So I just purchased, I think it's 3 of the ships I've purchased so far. I've yet to purchase the Chekhov Intel Science warship and the command carrier, whose first name I can't actually pronounce correctly, so I've just avoided that for now. So, so I picked up 3 of these ships, and I do own the Lafayette and the Tal Shiar adapted destroyer, and we'll come to that in a little while, as the bundle has courted quite a lot of controversy. But that aside, at first when I picked up this ship, I wasn't too keen, if you like, on its design, but it's actually grown on me over time, and I have been quite surprised at how this ship performs, to be honest with you. I've been really impressed with it. And looking at the design, it's not that bad, to be honest with you. I do quite like it now. I think we get used to seeing the same old Federation ships with the Bussard collectors. Yeah, that way, as opposed to that way. Yes. Well, anyway. Right, so what we'll do is just have a look at this 14th anniversary bundle, shall we? So here we have the 14th anniversary bundle, which commemorates the Borg attack at Wolf 359. And hence the reason why the Tal Shiar adapted destroyer is part of this bundle. I were a little bit confused at first when it was first introduced, but yes, it is a premium ship. I do have one, but I have the T5 version, and there isn't much difference between that and the T6, to be honest, when you upgrade it. But I quite like it, but I thought it was a little bit, it still doesn't sit well with me, to be honest with you, that it's part of this bundle. But anyway, it is what it is, and you can pick up these ships individually, and that's exactly what I did, because I do have some of these ships as well. So let's look at these ships. So we have the Atlantis Temporal Destroyer, and we have the Hawaii command. That I can never pronounce this. I really do struggle with this. The Hawaii. Anyway, that I don't have that, but it is on my bucket list. I don't have the Chekhov, but I do have the Princeton, the Miracle Worker cruiser, which I also quite like the look of. And I also have the Constellation, which I picked up with the Picard bundle, which was quite a surprise it was included with this, to be honest with you. So if you wanted to pick up the Picard bundle, you'll automatically have this anyway. So anyway, it's up to you. This is why I didn't go for this one, but as a bundle, because I already had it. And finally, we have the Lafayette, which I didn't actually have the Lafayette, to be honest with you. I didn't have this, but I always wanted to get it. So with the sale on, it was a perfect opportunity and a perfect time to get it, and I have picked it up. And yeah, I do quite like it, to be fair. That's really, really cool. So what else do you get with this pack, apart from all these fine ships? We get 100% off T6 ship coupon, a Type 3 EVA phaser rifle, special requisition pack Borg Kingdom interceptor probe, a frigate hangar pet, a ground trait Liberator Borg Kingdom nanoprobes, and a space trait Liberator Borg Kingdom nanoprobes. You get 6 starship slots, 6 experimental upgrade tokens, 14 ultimate tech upgrades, and 14 master keys. So without a doubt, when a sale is on, this is, you know, worth its value. Currently, I mean, just off the top of my head, let's have a quick look at this. 369, 9,000 Zen, 18,000 Zen for these 3 ships, although that does come in another bundle. T6 token, another 3,000. Yeah, so yeah, keys. It is well worth the Zen, but even so, I would still. It's quite a lot of money, 17,500 Zen. So I would, yeah, wait for a sale. That's my advice. Wait for a sale, or pick up the ships individually. But of course, you won't be able to pick up the Tal Shiar destroyer because that's a premium ship. But the upside is, if you do get it, it's an account unlock. If you do get the bundle, all these ships will be an account unlock. The individual ships will also be an account unlock, to be perfectly honest with you. But if you win this ship, the Tal Shiar Adapter Destroyer, then unless you get it in through this bundle, it won't be an account unlock. If you win it as a premium ship, then it'll only be for that single account. So there you go. So let's have a look at the 5 ships that I own, and yeah, let's just see what they look like, shall we? So as we take a look at these ships, as you can see there, top left is the Atlantis Temporal destroyer, and yeah, I quite, as I say, I've come quite accustomed to her design now. If we look at the top right, we have the Lafayette Recon destroyer, and I like that design, to be perfectly honest with you, but again, I am a little bit biased. I'm a Federation fan, and this is the consummate Federation design, which I quite like, to be fair. And then moving to the bottom left, we have the Princeton Miracle Worker Cruiser, and as you can see there, right at the bottom, we have a sneaky nacelle there. So we have 3 nacelles on this one, and I think they've snuck that in quite nicely, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's quite pleasing to the eye, that now. I quite like it. At first I was a bit but now I've grown accustomed to it, and I quite like the design. Moving to the Constellation in the bottom right there, yeah, you can see that this one is quite an elderly ship, and yeah, it did star in the Next Generation episode with Picard as the Stargazer, if you recall. That's going back some years now, wasn't it? When he was reunited with the Stargazer. Unfortunately, a nasty little Ferengi had done something with it. And anyway, I won't spoil that for you if you haven't seen it. But yeah, that was quite a good storyline. Anyway, and in the centre, finally, we have the Tal Shiar Adapter Destroyer. And yes, it does stick out like a sore thumb, doesn't it? It really doesn't match the Federation designs. But why would it? After all, it does have a Borg design theme to it, albeit a Romulan twist on that as well. And I think that's why they put it in for I would have liked to have seen the adapted Tal Shiar battle cruiser in there as well. That would probably have swayed me a little bit. But anyway, you can't have everything. But these are the 5 ships that I have anyway, and I just wanted to present them to you as I had them. And when I get the other 2, one of which name I can't pronounce, but it's a command carrier, and the Chekhov Intel science warship, I'll bring you them as well. So, right, let's have a look at the build, shall we? So, here is my build. Now this ship has 5 weapons to the front and 2 to the rear, and I am using 4 dual beam banks, 3 of which are radiolytic. Is that pronounced right? Radiolytic? Yes, it is. Radiolytic phaser dual beam banks. Only because they're new, and I just thought I'd try them out. Next, I'm running the phaser wide angle dual heavy beam bank, and this is from your Discovery Reputations tab, and this is giving me a plus 2% bonus all damage. I'm only rocking this one, but it is part of a 3-piece set. And finally, I'm running the Maelstrom trifluoride torpedo launcher. Yeah, trifluoride. I think it affects the teeth when it hits ships, you know. Must do, with a name like trifluoride. No, I'm only joking. No. Yeah, very poor joke. Yes, nothing to do with toothpaste, isn't this torpedo? But it does, yeah, it does sound like a tube of toothpaste, doesn't it? Anyway, moving on. I digress. I won't go into too much detail on the main build, because this is more or less what I put together every week or so, but if you do need to know any more information about the build, just drop me a line below, because I'm trying to keep the times of the videos down. But anyway, moving on very quickly, the aft weapon is the omnidirectional Protostar phaser beam array, and this is also part of the 3-piece set, but I'm only rocking this one for today. And finally, I'm using the Terran Task Force phaser beam array. Again, this is part of the Terran Reputations tab. It does come as part of a 3-piece set, but I'm only rocking this one, and I'm getting a plus 2% bonus all damage. So moving on to the experimental weapons. As you can see, I've got the Soliton wave impeller there, but the experimental weapon that came with this ship was the focused particle cannon. I didn't rate this at all. Yeah, I just really didn't like it, and so I just decided to go with the Soliton wave impeller, and I've had better results with the Soliton wave impeller than what I did with the focused particle cannon. So, but it's entirely up to you. It's your build. I just, I didn't like it. Anyway, moving on. So next is the console that comes with the ship, which is the Universal Disassembler Emitter, and this gives a plus 15.9% all damage with directed energy weapons, scales from Starship Particle Generator's skills, and plus 28.5 all damage with exotic damage abilities, and this scales from Starship Energy Weapon Training skills. The Disassembler Emitter gives a physical damage cone area of effect, which grows over time, 3,638.9 to 8,490.8 radiation damage, and it's what is it? I don't know. There we go. Minus 15 all damage resistance rating for 2 seconds, and it has a 2 minutes recharge. Wonder if we can demonstrate this for you. Will it let me do it? Oh, there you go. So you can just see this now, can't you? Let's take off the hood. Really good effect, as you can see. Yeah, there you go. And welcome to the ship's tailor. Now here we see the Atlantis skin, and this is the Challenger skin, which I should imagine you'll have seen playing Wolf 359 for this year's event. Yeah, I'm not very keen on that one, to be honest with you, but I do like this design. This design's quite cool. Let's have a quick look, see what we can randomize on it. Interesting. Yeah, that's quite cool actually, that, isn't it? I quite like that one. Yeah, I like that design. Not so much keen on that one. Yes, Lee said about that, the better. Again, that's quite cool. Quite like that one. Do another couple. Yeah, not too keen on that one. I'm more or less back to our original one now, aren't we? Yeah, I do like when the rear nacelles a bit close, and that was if we can get back to that one so quick. No, I want it. It's not going to let me have it, is it? Yeah, don't mind that one at all, actually. I wonder if we can change colours on it. Oh yes, I quite like that one actually. I think we'll stay with that. Now the interior, the bridge, since all the bridges have been unlocked, yeah, you can more or less pick what you've got in your list that you've either picked up or you have with your other ships. I quite like the idea of keeping it to a theme similar to the TNG bridge. So yeah, I quite like this one. It's different, but yet similar, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna stick with that one. Oh, so yeah, I quite like that one. So we'll run with that. Right. So let's take her into harm's way and let's see how she performs, shall we? So here we are in the Beta Theodore system. Enjoy. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little run. I certainly did, and I was absolutely surprised by this ship's performance, given that it's not a legendary ship, and just a straightforward T6 ship from the Sea Store. Really impressed. So if you can afford to get this ship, I would definitely recommend it. It's great fun, and it does pack a punch. I'm still quite surprised at how well this ship actually performed. But be that as it may, let's see how it performed in the Japor Challenge, shall we? So here we are for the Japor Challenge, and as you can see, the Atlantis Temporal Destroyer has managed to get itself into 19th place on an average run of 2 minutes 10 seconds, and that was on a phaser beam overload with ISOs. Now, I think I could have done better with that, given I've been practicing it, because I did this like a week ago. So you may see that change over the next few weeks, but even so, it's in really good company there with the Temporal Ops Juggernaut and the Hyperion Intel Battle Cruiser at 2 minutes 4. Some really big names there in the 11th to 20th place. Let's just have a look at who we've pushed down. The Kirk has been pushed down to 21st place, the Temporal Heavy Battle Cruiser, and the Alliance Pilot Rex Escort T6-X2 has been pushed down to 22nd place. Now, I also did the Tal Shiar Adapted Destroyer. Now, that's a T5U, and that managed 26th place. And that was on a plasma beam overload with ISOs. So even so, the T5U, and if I upgrade that again, what will it be? T5U2. We might see that one increase as well, but I'll keep you updated on that one. So going to the bottom of the list, the Compiler Dreadnought has dropped to 31st place, as has the Fakiri by Jai Interceptor. But as you can see, we are beginning to get a decent list together there. But the top 10 of the Japor Challenge list hasn't been changed, and I suspect there will be some changes quite shortly when I start upgrading everything to T6-X2s and putting ISOs on them. But very impressed with that. 19th place for the Atlantis Temporal Destroyer, and I do actually think that can make up some more places. It's just that I put that together maybe a week or so ago, so I'm expecting bigger things of that could end up shooting up that list, and I will give that a go, and I will report back to you as and when I do the other ships on the Japor Challenge. So if you fancy having a go at the Japor Challenge on Advanced, then please let me know how well you did, and drop me a line below, and I hope this list helps you put things into perspective when you're picking your ships. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this review of the Atlantis Temporal Destroyer T6-X2, and don't forget, if you want to catch further reviews, please hit that subscribe button for me. Give us a like as well, that always makes my day. And speaking of days, I'll leave you to the rest of yours, shall I? So until next time, this is JeSter signing off.
Citizen, what is your name?
My name is James Tiberius Kirk.
Enterprise, this is Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Farragut. offering assistance.
My name is James Tiberius Kirk of the United Federation of Planets.
This is Captain James Kirk of the USS Enterprise. Begin 30-second countdown.